everybody's gone crazy. Where have all the dreamers gone? Or have we all just gotten lazy? Something's got to give. There won't be much life left to live. Please send a sign from up above. And if I gotta choose, I choose love. I choose love. I choose love. No one's gonna make me hate. I choose love. I choose love. No one's gonna take that away. Ooh, something strange is in the air. Seems that everybody's changing, and I can't find no faith anywhere. Seems it's been replaced with raging. Something's got to give. There won't be much life left to live. Please send a sign from up above. And if I gotta choose, I choose love. I choose love. I choose love. No one's gonna make me hate. I choose love. I choose love. No one's gonna take that away. No one can take that from me. I see what I choose to see. Reality is what you make it. So why would I ever choose hatred? I choose love. I choose love. No one's gonna make me hate. I choose love. I choose love.
Welcome to the Progressive Action TV show. If this is your first time checking out this show, I am your host, Tremel Thompson. And we go cut to the chase today. We go talk the talk. But before we get into that, I would like to welcome everyone for watching. Shout out to everyone who subscribed or joined the channel. Is 99 cents for a month. 99 cents a month to join the channel. 99 cents a month to join the channel. Make sure you guys join the channel. If you want to donate to the platform, you can donate right there. $ Progressive Action 100. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. That's free. If you don't want to pay 99 cents a month, you can like and subscribe to the channel for free. That's just as good sometimes. Just as good. And we got some things to talk about today as normal. You know, look, they never give us things not to talk about. This union gives us a lot of things to talk about. And I'm dead serious. I could do a show every day if I want to. Right? I could do a show every day. But they give us so much stuff to talk about. And today we're going to talk, man, because these conversations are very important. They are very important, right? And what's also important is that you guys come out to the all hands on deck meeting. It's this month, August 19th, at Sugar Hill Supper Club Restaurant. That's 217 Nostrand Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. 12 p.m. sharp. Not 1 p.m., not 12:05, not 12:30. 12 p.m. sharp. You could come even a little earlier. Come at 11:30. But 12 p.m. sharp. Make sure that you guys are there. To get an idea of how many people is coming, I think in the description of this video, it will send you to a link to a Facebook page. Just say that you coming, right? That's it, right? We got to have these conversations. We got to start back linking up in person and getting to know one another. You know, we could get together for parties. We could get together for cookouts. We could get together for card games. Let's get together for the stuff that really matters. And that's how to create the union that you want to see, right? There should be no weak links when it comes to unionism and unity and knowing the contract and knowing policies and knowing how to move forward. Everyone got the same 24 hours, but some people want to put some of their hours or the majority of their hours into BS. Some of us put the majority of our hours into learning new information, helping people and things of that nature. We need more people. We need more people to get on the side of the good fight. Right? That's what we need. Oh, and the phone lines are open tonight. If you want to call in, you could call in at any given time, 563-999-3714. The phone lines will be open for at least an hour. It's going to be open for at least an hour. So the first thing that I want to get into, right? And I'm pulling stuff strictly from the union Twitter page because if you don't know no better, they will fool you. They will fool you big time. But we not in the business of having them fool anyone, right? So we go decipher some of the things that they say on their Twitter page. Now, they put up their new class of station cleaners learning the union way at Transport Hall today with our fighting VP of Stations Department, Robert Kelly, at center. He's the one wearing the tie. They had to point that out, right? Welcome aboard, brothers and sisters, as we move New York and all this other stuff, right? I would like to know, what is the union way? What is the union way? I've been a part of Local 100. Next month will be for 10 years. What is the union way? Because I've been seeing one way. Selling out the members, kissing up the politicians, fake fights, smoke screen the mirrors, 3-card Monty, deceit, corruption, go along to get along. And I could have a whole bunch of adjectives to describe what the union real way is, because we know what those station cleaners heard at the union hall is not the union way. And I'm guarantee you they're going to find out quick enough. They're going to find out quick enough what the union way really is. And I see in this picture union bureaucrats who sold their soul a long time ago. We don't need to name names, but they sold their soul a long time ago. This union is so far removed from fighting, so far removed from that Mike Quill spirit, even from that Roger Toussaint spirit. Yeah, they had a lot to say about Roger. But we have not seen a union president that has the heart or had the heart that Roger Toussaint had when he was president of Local 100. Yes, we are not going to agree with everything that Roger Toussaint did. This is a fact. But I hate when people say, I don't agree with everything that you say. Did you ever agree with everything your parents did? Did you ever agree with anything that your siblings did? Did you ever agree with everything that your significant other, spouse, wife, husband did? Why do we got to make that a precursor of, I don't agree with everything that you say? And people say that to make it look like, they not, they not going along to get along. Let me just use that, right? They say that just to seem like they not going along to get along. If you didn't agree with the people who's close in your life, what makes you think that you go agree with everything that I say? But at the end of the day, Roger Toussaint was the last president that had heart, that was willing to challenge the MTA and stand 10 toes down. We could say that, the Taylor law didn't mean nothing during his administration. They went on strike and they did it for a purpose. And for the people who say, we went to strike because of the unborn, a lot of people don't even know why they went on strike. And then they say, hey, we lost all this money, but they also don't tell you they got a pension refund as a result of the strike that was way more than the money that they lost during the strike. So, this whole thing is kind of like bizarre. People only don't tell the full truths of what's happening and always trying to make themselves look like they're in the know. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm on that Red Bull today. I need it. If you see, I'm tired. You see my eyes is red today. I should have put on my shades. But yeah, so what's really the union way? Y'all see the number on the screen? Call in. Let me know. I want to hear y'all opinions. I'm not gonna be on here for long today, so make sure if you want to call in. I missed some calls the last show. I apologize. I missed some calls the last show. I got to look over here to see who's calling, and people jump off and on all the time, and sometimes I don't catch it. Last week I didn't catch it, so I apologize. I'm gonna try to look over there a little more often. If you call in, just hold on. I'm going to get to you. Right? So, oh man, this next screenshot I'm gonna put up, and things like this, it really, 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 really upsets me, right? And let me just read this tweet right here. Local 100 Secretary Treasurer John Chiarello. They've been calling him Juan Chiarello. Somebody said that he's really Hispanic, but it's funny, but I don't know if there's any truth to it. But Local 100 Secretary Treasurer John Chiarello was among the labor leaders who met with Senator Schumer Wednesday about the infrastructure bill, which includes billions to upgrade and support the MTA transit system we operate and maintain. TWU literally has a seat at the table. Now, what I would like to know, what does that really mean for transit? Where we have a seat at the table. We had a seat at the table, and we seen it during the Zoom when they was on the Zoom circle jerking with each other with Chuck Schumer, where they said, oh, $25,000 has it paid for workers and all this other stuff. What does a seat at the table means when Local 100 leadership is at the table? It means absolutely nothing. It does not mean anything at all. Anything at all does not mean zilch. Look how low they are. We're happy because we have a literal seat at the table. We got a seat on the MTA board too. How good is that doing transit workers? It does nothing for New York City Transit, but it's doing a lot for Metro North because they talking that strike talk, and they trying to do the whole smoke screen and mirrors. Oh, there's no Taylor law over here. So get out of here. The Taylor law says you're going to get fined and the president go to jail. The real problem is that they don't care about the fines because they waste money every year. In fact, let's not forget they got a PPP loan of $3 million. Why didn't they push it to the limit? Right? Since when Local 100 cares about money and wasting money? They waste money on reps that do nothing. They waste money going to Chicago, going to Texas, going to California, going to Miami, going to Vegas, going to Puerto Rico. Yeah, they do their little photo ops to make it look like they doing what they doing, but it's all BS. They waste money every time. So they're afraid to get fined and they're afraid to go to jail. That's what the real truth is. That's what the real truth is, ladies and gentlemen. They waste money all the time. But look, they got a seat at the table. Let's see how well this serves us. They also, let me remind y'all, they also have a seat at the table on a congestion pricing, the traffic mobility board. I think that's the name of it, but it's regarding whatever with the congestion pricing. We got a seat at the table there too. Transit workers coming to and from work should be exempt. It shouldn't be no reduced price because If you work in Manhattan, if you work in Quill, I think only Quill Depot is affected. But if you work at Quill Depot, you're going to be hit with an extra tax. They should at least honor that. Or if you go from Brooklyn and you got to go through Manhattan to go to Jersey to go home or whatever the case is, you're going to be hit with extra tax. So transit workers should be exempt when it comes to congestion pricing. They should be exempt when it comes to congestion pricing. We got to see that table also, right? Oh man, let's keep this ball rolling. Let's keep this ball. Check out I'm telling you, they was on the road these past 2-3 days with the tweets of lies, deception. I mean, we could literally pick all these things apart. And and if you got something to say, like I said, the phone lines are open, 563-999-3714. We are taking phone calls tonight. Let's get to this next tweet. Local 100 President Richard Davis and other transit workers spreading the word to Starbucks customers in Brooklyn. Starbucks is an anti-worker, anti-union corporation that makes billions but mistreats its employees and tramples on their rights. Yo, this is wild, bizarre. This is beyond bizarre. This is insanity, right? This is ludicrous. This is crazy, right? So Starbucks mistreats their employees. So does the MTA. Starbucks makes billions of dollars. So does the MTA. Starbucks trample over their people's rights. So does the MTA. Why is the union, and this is a part of their smokescreen, this is a part of their way of trying to show other unions that they are strong. But aren't we having these same problems here in Local 100? Aren't we having these same problems here at the MTA? I mean, I'm confused. When is Richard Davis and his administration going to stand with the members that they represent? They always quick to stand with other people. When are they going to stand with the members that they are sworn to represent? Somebody let me know. I got the comments open today also for the people who didn't join the channel. But y'all let me know. What type of operation is this? Like, you would think that we don't have these problems over here on this side, being an MTA employee. But these problems are very prevalent on MTA property. The frivolous write-ups, the frivolous suspensions, the disrespect, the lack of protection. We still working in this agency without true light duty work for pregnant women. It's 2023. It's not 1923, right? And the union says absolutely nothing about it. Their argument is not even valid. Oh, we got 8 spots. So what if 16 women decide to expand their family that year? What happens to the next 8? Why are we putting a cap on things like this? The level of disrespect that this agency has for its employees is out of this world. And I'm going to explain to you guys. A lot of people get commendations, right? You know, some of the public, they tweet. They say, hey, you know, this bus driver did this right. It was nice. He was pleasant. This conductor did this. Their announcements was good. When you get that commendation, like, goddamn, it's 2023. It's dated August 2022, right? They take a long time to acknowledge you, right? Even with, there was a train operator, somebody got shot on his train. He went into action. He stopped the bleeding. He has yet to be recognized by the MTA. But he's also a volunteer for what you call auxiliary. He's an auxiliary police officer, right? They already acknowledged him. Yeah, they acknowledged him before the MTA acknowledged him. Right? But I'm going to tell you this. When it's time for you to answer discipline, not only is that Dan on time, they will certify mail it to your house. They will regular mail it. They have the crew office call you. Yeah, when you do something bad here, they waste no time to act. But they don't put that same energy when it's time to reward you for something good. This is the company that we work for. This is the MTA. This is the MTA. And I'm telling no lies. When it's time for discipline, they certify mail it to your home along with regular mail it. And if you're in possession of a pass and you got like a certain amount of open disciplines, or they want to PDS you or something of that nature, then guess what? Guess what? Everybody calling. Crew office, like I said, regular mail, certified mail. But you do something good. You do something good today, you go hear about it in 2024. That's a fact. That's a fact. Why is the system set up like that? And I know MTA executives, they watch the show. Why is the system set up like that? What is the reason? I don't want to hear, oh, you know, there's so many accommodations that comes in and we got no. Y'all could do that in real time, because just as many accommodations come in, guess what? There's a lot of DANs and disciplines that come in too. But y'all seem to want to act on the negative stuff before y'all act on the positive stuff. This is the company we work for. But like I said, look at Richie Davis and them. They standing with other workers with their problems instead of standing with us. But once again, this is the union way. This is the union way. Oh, I want to know, did you guys see this headline? MTA spent $5 million on workers to look for fires at Brooklyn Bus Depot because the sprinklers did not work. You guys know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like Firewatch, right? They spent $5 million to have workers babysit the sprinkler systems. And somebody said the phone lines ain't open. Is that what happened? Somebody said the phone lines are not open. Let me try it myself. See if it works. Give me 1 second, guys. We go try it together. Let's see. Oh, no, it works. Yeah, it works. Somebody said the phone lines ain't open. But, you know, they spent $5 million on workers to look for fires. All right. But my thing is this. those sprinkler systems been down for a very long time, and the depot that they talking about is East New York Depot, right? They talking about East New York Depot. Why was that depot allowed to run when they knew? See, that's the thing. And when it comes to safety, the MTA will sweep it up under the rug for as long as possible because they do not care. They do not care. Right? So these sprinkler systems didn't work for a very long time, putting workers' lives in danger, putting supervisors, managers' lives in danger, but the managers knew. And that's a big facility. It's not a little facility, right? They purposely turned a blind eye to that because they don't care about your safety. Right? They just don't care. The proof is out there. And you know what? I really would love to have a conversation with Richard Davey. I'm talking about a real conversation between an executive manager and an employee. I want us to have a conversation. Let's discuss these things. You know, because I believe the same reason that the union is running away from having a real live conversation is the same reason why the MTA is running away to have a real live conversation, is because they know that they are wrong. They know that I know the issues. They know that I know a lot of things, and they can't run that game like they could run on one of the union leadership reps or whatever have you, right? I'm not the go along, get along type. And both sides know that. But I want to put an invitation out to Richard Davey. I want you to come on the show. Let's have this conversation. Matter of fact, let me get to a phone call, make sure these lines work. Caller 8356, you now live on Progressive Action TV. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Jamel, this is Vincent Leonard. How you making out, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Yeah, I calling about. I got two different things to ask you.
Okay.
Okay. First and foremost, Tony Utano recently retired. Does he get paid medical from the union, or is his medical from transit?
He get
And if he's getting paid medical from the union, is it different than what transit has?
From what I understand, and I'm not 100% sure on this, the presidents have, and I need the people to understand that this is a fact right here, but I don't know when they retire. But right now, Richard Davis insurance is way better than our insurance. He has a Cadillac insurance plan. The president has one. I don't know if the top four officers have the same medical that we have, but definitely the president do not have the same plan that we have. He should have the same plan that we have. But when they retire, I don't know if they keep that Cadillac plan. I would have to ask Roger Toussaint or some or I mean the answer would have to come from him. But yeah, they definitely have a different insurance plan from us. This is a fact. What's your second question?
Okay. Second question pertains to how the MTA turns around and puts out tests for people to take to become bus operators, train operators, track workers, so on and so on. Okay. Before, ICEs used to take care of the test, and they would, grade it, make the list up and everything else. Now there's some weird thing, well, not now, it's been going on for a good couple of years. There's some weird thing where transit is making up the list, and it's taking them forever to come up with the list for people that, took a conductor's exam, let's say. friend of mine had taken the exam for conductor, and he took the exam for track worker. Well, they emailed him telling him, well, we don't have any jobs available as a conductor or a track worker. Would you like to take a porter's position for $19 an hour? What the heck is going on with that?
All right, so you touched on a couple of things, and you are right. For the people out there, DCAS do not have nothing to do with the exams anymore. It's all New York City Transit, but DCAS is supposed to oversee the entire process that transit conducts when it comes to testing. And I believe that this started in either 2012 or 2014. I had the paperwork on it at one time, but it's under 10, slightly under 10 years old. So you're right about that. And also, you're right about the second thing too, as far as this happens to plenty of people. They take conductor tests, they take bus operator tests, they take track worker tests, and they don't have nobody to they don't have no positions there, so they offer them cleaning positions. I totally disagree with that, because you're starting at a rate that you didn't sign up for, but some people will look at it and say, hey, get your foot in the door, and then you continue to make moves. But with the MTA, what the MTA don't tell the people is that they don't call you once that position opens up. They leave you right there, so they really take your name off the list, and that's what's been happening. And you mentioned something else. Oh, the time it takes to grade a test. Now, in 2016, I took the correction officer test. I got like a 90. I think I got a 99 on it. I was like number 19 on the list. I got hired fully for correction officer in September. It took me 6 months to go through the entire process, and the process was way more vigorous than coming to New York City Transit. You had to do an agility course. You had to get all these documents from the Social Security office, which is actually in the same building as the Union Hall. You had to get all that information. There's a lot of information that you had to get. All these documents, all this stuff. It took them 6 months to hire me, to tell me that I had the job, which I didn't go. I remained here. But yeah, and not to mention, when I took the correction officer test, guess when I got my test results? That same day. But we work for
Get out.
Yeah, I got my test results the same day. When you take NYP, a lot of these city tests, when you take them, you get your results the same day. I got my correction officer result the same day, right? But transit is so archaic, right? They do things backwards. They claim that, we need conductors, we need train operators, we need bus operators. They need all these people, but their system is archaic. Right. And also,
right.
Also, like, I took the test for bridge and tunnel officer for MTA. I got a 97 in that, I believe. Right. They never created a list for that. So they basically took my money and basically robbed me, because nothing ever came of that test. And I felt that was wrong. But yeah, you're right. About everything that you said. The MTA, they take a long time to grade the test. Other city agencies, as soon as you click finish on a computer, you get your test results. This is a fact.
Wow, that's wild. Because again, here it is. They want to reprimand everybody. They're trying to tell people, oh, you can't have the time off because we have to have, we're only allowed 10% of our people in each department out on a given day or whatever. And, I understand conductors and train operators, they have it even harder where, where in the past I've heard you had to put in 2 or 3 weeks ahead of time to get a day off. And, it all comes back to, like I was told you weeks ago. We don't live in a communist country. We don't have slavery anymore, thank God, in this country. Okay? And if we died tonight, guess what? The job is still going to continue tomorrow. So where are they coming up with these numbers, threatening people, writing people up, telling them, you can't have time off or whatever, and at the same token giving out exams and not hiring people and just taking everybody's money.
Yeah, I mean,
So that
yeah, go ahead. I'm leaving.
that totally pisses me off. And then, again, going back to the medical insurance, if you do speak to Roger, ask him, did he, when officers retire from transit, when officers retire from transit and from the union itself, do they carry transit medical or union medical? And why aren't, if there's a difference, why is there a difference? And I'm totally feeling, they should have the same insurance that I have right now as a retiree.
I agree.
But yet they want to change everything around on everybody, it seems like.
I agree. I agree.
Just a little something to get out there to your viewers and your listeners, to little something to think about. And again, between the medical and not being allowed time off, there's something's wrong here all the way across the board.
I agree, man.
All right.
I agree. Thanks for calling in. Good to hear your voice.
All right, man.
All right.
Hey, man, same here, brother. Be safe, all right?
You too.
Thanks, man.
All right. Yeah, he's right. He's right. He's right. Remember, if you want to call in, you could call in 563-999-3714. That's 563-999-3714. But yeah, this MTA spent $5 million on workers to look for five. That depot should not be open. It should not be open. And people should get in trouble. People should be fined. If it cost them $5 million, who was the manager that did not handle their business and do their job? Are they at 2 Broadway? Are they being PDS? See, this is the BS that we got to deal with, man. This is the BS that we got to deal with. Oh, let me get into this next. I'm telling you, Local 100, they was on the road, people. They was on the road. Matter of fact, before I do that, I'm going to get back to that. Let me get to I don't know, the callers is calling in, then they disappearing. I'm trying to get the callers to make up for last week. But you want to know what? Let me get back to this. TWU, Local 100, wins lawsuit. They try to make themselves look big and bad. Elevator operators must remain in Washington Heights stations. MTA must hold public hearings if it wants to try, money in that safe staff cut, whatever that is, which won't go over well with riders now hit with fare hikes. I need where's my horn at? Let me get my horn. Let me get my horn because they bugging right now. They bugging. And this is what I told. Let me get my horn. Let me hit it again. These people is out of control. These people are out of control. This is the sleight of hand BS that I'm talking about, people. This is the stuff that I'm talking about when I say that they think that they fooling us and they tricking us, right? This is not a victory. This is not a victory. This is just a postponement until the MTA get what they want. See, the way it works is that the MTA cannot make any type of service cuts without having public hearings, right? So it's really a ceremonial process. If the MTA want to implement any type of cuts, they just got to have public hearings. You know, sometimes they try to strong arm the union, and for the union to act like that they fighting. They say, oh, we go file a lawsuit. They already know that the judges go side with them because the what is it called? The PAL, Public Authorities Law. It says that, you know, they must have public hearings before implementing any type of cuts. It doesn't say, remember, public hearing is just, we go put a microphone in an auditorium. We go listen to them for a couple of hours. We go through the process, and then we're going to do what we got to do, right? That's what the public hearings mean. There's no debate. There's no vote. There's no morality to it. There's no right or wrong to it. It's basically what the MTA want to do. And case in point, the MTA wanted to get rid of the lunch relief for station agents, right? Oh, we won the lawsuit. The union took them to court. We won the lawsuit. They got to have public hearings. All right. The MTA had public hearings, and guess what? The lunch reliefs are gone. So it's just a postponement. It's just a postponement, right? So there's no victory here. This is just a delay to the MTA get what they want. This is just how it works, people. But if you don't know the game, or you don't know these policies, if you don't know these laws, if you don't know how things work, you know, you would look at this and say, yes, my union fought for me. And, you know, now the MTA got to have public hearings. And I know that these public hearings, the people is not going to like it. And they're going to stop us from getting, from cutting these jobs. Man, they ain't stopping nothing. They not stopping nothing. And the MTA, they know that they could do whatever they want to do. They don't even respect the union. For them to unilaterally say, look, this is what we're going to do, I dare you to say something. Like, the union is postponing the inevitable. Now, I'm not mad at them for going to the courts to postpone it, but eventually it's going to happen. They saying it themselves. Like, this is what the union need to be honest with the members. And that's the problem here. There's no real transparency. There's no education. There's no nothing, right? So the people who's affected, the department that's affected by this, what y'all should be asking the union is, all right, after they hold the public hearings, then what? And then the union should say, well, then they could cut the jobs. And then what? We just go act like nothing happened. That's what the union go say. That's what they go say. You know what I mean? Like, this is beyond crazy. Right? This is beyond crazy. Like, they play this game with us time and time and time again. They have a problem with being honest. This union administration have a problem with transparency. They would do everything in their power to make it look like that they are the powerhouses of this place. They would do everything in their power to make it look like they fighting for you. The real fights happen at the bargaining table. And we already seen how that went. The union knew that the MTA wanted to cut these jobs. Why didn't they get protection at the bargaining table? I'll wait. Somebody call in and tell me. 563-999-3714. Why didn't the union get protection at the bargaining table to protect these jobs? They were aware of what the MTA plan was. Why is Local 100 scared to wage a real battle against the MTA? But when it comes to attacking a member, when it comes to bringing charges on a member, When it comes to disqualifying members from running in races, it's full steam ahead. But when it comes to fighting for your members against the MTA, when it gets to stopping the MTA from trampling over our rights, demeaning us, the union put up little to no resistance. Why is that? Why do we have that issue here in Local 100? I just don't get it. Right? And the thing, like, I gotta go back to this again. We allow them to do this. If we didn't allow the union reps to get away with the stuff that they get away with, they would straighten up. But there's a problem in Local 100. For one, we don't educate ourselves. We don't educate ourselves. Like, we don't know what's right or what's wrong. We don't know when we're being lied to or when someone is telling the truth. And that's because we're not educating ourselves on the things that matter. And I'm going to say this time and time again. You cannot secure your bag until you know how to secure your job. Because the minute that the MTA come for you, they have you PDS like they got me right now. They have you on the platform waiting discipline. You're suspended. That Dan come to your house, certified mail. It's a problem. Let's get to this caller real quick. Caller 7360. You now live on Progressive Action TV. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello, Jamel.
Yes. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, I'm Jason. I'm calling from New Jersey. I think it's good what you're doing. I just started following and watching your show. I took the test for bus operator in 2018, and they've been trying to give me a hard time with the test and doing different things as far as me going through medical and stuff like that. And I'm waiting for them to give me another appointment so I can resubmit my paperwork. But what I want to bring up to you, when you was talking about the disrespect that goes on from management and from the union down, when you go up there to 180 Livingston Street, a lot of them in the office is so disrespectful to the people that's just trying to come up there and do what they have to do, turn in their paperwork. Sometimes they make you come back 3 or 4 times. My name was taken off the list twice, and I had to call DCAS back to be put back on the list. So a lot of the stuff that you're speaking about, I'm glad you're speaking about it. And hopefully they'll email me back when I could bring, because they put me on a 90-day medical hold. So I'm looking to be a bus operator. So I'm going to see what happened, and I hope I can be supportive to guys like you if I make it through this last process.
You will make it through the last process, right? You know, like nothing here works as designed, from the employees and HR and stuff to the equipment. Nothing works as designed. So you got to adjust to everybody operations, right? And it's sad because as grown people, we should not have to adjust to disrespect. Like you said, they rude up there. And you know what? Especially when you go to 180 Livingston, they operate from a position. Yes. They operate from a position of authority and superiority, right? Because they know the people who's coming to 180 Livingston, they need a job, or they need, or they want the job, right? So they're going to have a certain level of, I won't say disdain, but they won't respect you like a boss, like their supervisors coming through the door, right? Or they supervisor child is getting a job and they alerted that this person is coming through, right? So I wouldn't, if you really want to be a bus operator, there's certain things, like there's certain things like you probably have to go through. I'm not saying that you should stand for disrespect, but you know what? I see this person down the line. You know what I mean? I want to get this job. I want to secure this job. And then once I got this job secure, I'm off for probation and all this other stuff. Then I would start making the noise that I need to make to get to be the change I want to see, basically, right? So did you take a open competitive test? You TAOA? Which one are you?
I took the one, I think it's TA, it's for New York City Transit.
Okay, yeah. So that's good.
Because I know it's two. I know it's, yeah.
It's a few.
That one,
it's a few.
and I passed all of this. I passed yes, I passed all of that, and I did everything else, and then I went to medical. They tried to get me with the sleep apnea and high blood pressure. I passed their physical and everything. So now I just got to bring the paperwork back up there once they give me an appointment, and then I should be good to go because I've been driving for like 16 years. So, you know, I kind of understand some of the things that go on, but like you said, I have to learn everything also.
Yeah, you where you was driving at for 16 years?
I was driving over here in Jersey. I drove for New Jersey Transit for 7 years. I drove for Coach. I got a clean record, so you know.
You'll get
put all of that on my paperwork.
You'll get the job. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And if you want, you could email me at progressiveaction100@gmail.com. If the process take too long, and I could see what I could do.
All right, I really appreciate it, Terrell, and I appreciate everything you and the other guys is doing. Because it's just a lot of things that's going on, man.
All right, just keep me posted, and I help when I can.
Thanks a lot, man.
No problem. Be good. All right.
All right.
Good
Have
luck.
a good one. Thanks a lot.
You too.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah. So that's another issue. You know, when you go to these like 180 Livingston, 130, they pretty cool there. I ain't gonna lie. The people at 130, they all right. The ones that I bump into, but 180 Livingston, it's a little different up there because they know that you want the job, and they come with a certain, what's the word? Like their attitude just be a little off sometime, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got to respect everybody. You got to respect. I give people the same amount of respect, whether it's like they say, the janitor, or it's the CEO of the company. But if you be disrespectful, you know, sometimes you gotta adjust. You have to adjust. But the goal is to have respect for everyone, no matter what the deal is, no matter what the situation is. And we see the disrespect even amongst ourselves. Like, you got train operators think they better than conductors. You got train crews think they better than cleaners. You got cleaners thinking they better than traffic checkers. Like, it's I don't understand why we like that. We all one, right? We all, just because someone is a cleaner and I'm a conductor, that doesn't mean that I'm better than them. I know a lot of cleaners on this job with houses, cars, nice cars, they living good, right? You always have respect for everyone, no matter what the situation is, right? You just got to do that. We got to get out of that. At least with us in Local 100, it happens. I know it does. Station agents think they better than the cleaners, and that type of back and forth, we have to stop that. That's a fact. Let's get to, I think I just took this. Did I just take this caller? I don't know if I just took this caller. Let me see if this is a new caller. Caller 4544, you now live on Progressive Action TV. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello?
Yes, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Charmel.
Yes.
Charmel?
Yes, you on Progressive Action TV with me. What is your name? Where you calling from?
Oh, Charmel, and I'm calling from New York.
Okay, what's on your mind?
I don't know. I think. Wait a minute. I took the AirPod out. I want to say first off, thank you so much for all that you do. I'm sorry you had to endure what you did, but moving forward, we will prevail. Also, it is a lot of disrespect. I've been there for about 6 years now. Like you said, train operators, cleaners, conductors, we all one, so it should not be like that. But also, I agree what you say about being uneducated, and I'm guilty of that, I must say. It's a lot of things that I should know that I don't. As far as the contract and everything, we have a group chat. We were talking, like they were saying how Metro North and everybody else's contracts are better than ours. Is there someone that we can go to higher than Transit or whomever to help us? Like as far as the union not helping us, like someone else that can?
No. This is the problem, right? So we are in an alleged democratic state when it comes to Local 100, right? So the way that they would look at it is like, hey, look, if you don't like your leadership, vote them out, right? There's nobody that's going to get involved with our business unless they are breaking some type of law or something of that nature, but they are not going to get involved with union corruption. As far as us not being happy with our leadership, and a lot of people think that we could run to the attorney general and say, hey, this guy right here, he's doing X, Y, and Z, and like she's supposed to sweep in and save the day. The answer is, if we don't like our leadership, we have to vote them out. The problem is, in this union, a lot of members are not engaged with the political process of this union. And a lot of people is turned off by politics. And it's not because they don't like politics. It's because they simply do not understand politics. Politics is like teaching somebody calculus, right? They just don't get it. And it's easy to get, but they just don't want to invest the time. And people don't understand that politics run every aspect of our job. It determines our work rules. It determines our wages. It determines our discipline. It determines every single aspect of our job. And people decide not to get involved. When you look at the past, I would say I've been here for like 3 union elections, or maybe 4. 3 union elections I've been here. There has been a total of the past 3 union elections of about 36,000 votes, right? A total of 36,000 votes. There's more members in this union than that, right? We talking about 9 years, only 36,000 votes. Every election, people vote about 11, 12,000 people out of like 40,000, right? Those numbers are despicable. Members are not getting engaged. When members say, oh, I didn't get a ballot and they sent my ballot late. And I asked the member, I say, well, what you'll do if your check came 4 weeks late? Would you wait for them to send it, or would you be somewhere down there saying, hey, I didn't get my check. Where's my check? Where's this? Where's that? But when it comes to ballots and getting involved with the union, it be fake outrage. It be fake like they care. It's gaslighting. Oh, I called for my ballot. And basically what they really saying, if it come, it come. If it don't, it don't. Right? And members don't understand that their votes determines who fights for their wages. It determines who fights for the work rules. It determines who fights against the MTA, who stands up to the governor, who stands up to politicians, who's our voice when it comes to safety, when it comes to us getting assaulted. That vote that we do once every 3 years determines so much. So much. It determines if you're going to get a cost of living raise. It determines if you're going to get extra vacation or longevity paid. All these things. One vote every 3 years determines all of that. And members are not engaged in this process. And we have a union election coming up next year. We must get members engaged in this process. We must get it, like you said, that you don't know the rules and the policies and the contract like that. I commend you for admitting that, right? Because that's the first step in getting engaged. You've been here for 6 years. What kind of leaders make people want to follow them, right? If you have true leaders, they will have you engaged with the contract. They will have you engaged in this union. You are a stakeholder of this union, being a union member, which means that you have say. We do not work for union reps. Union reps work for us, right? And we have to change our mindset. We have to figure out more ways how to get our coworkers engaged, how to spread this right information. Like everybody on this video right now should be, when this broadcast go off, they should be sharing it to all their friends. Like you got that, you in some type of group chat, you should share this video into the group chat and say, hey, y'all need to pay attention to what's going on here because he's giving out information. This is like the only place, and it's sad, that gives out information on a constant basis, right? I wish I could get more people on my channel to run their own programs from different departments to speak about the contract, speak about the issues in their departments, but there's not enough people engaged in this union. And I think that at the end of the day, it's going to be the death of us, because the union reps know that nobody's going to hold them accountable. It's only literally a handful of people that's going to hold them accountable, and they're going to continue to do what they want to do. And we see what they want to do is doing to this union. Is nose diving it to the ground. Is moving the opposite direction of where Mike Quill took this union. Is moving in the opposite direction of where Roger Toussaint was taking this union. And we won't survive if we keep going in that direction, but we must hold ourselves accountable. Any last words for you?
Right. Well, I just wanted to say the August 19th, I did put that in the group chat. Like I said, it's about 500 or more. I text to make sure that it was okay that I did send it, but it said to click yes or no if you will attend. And I sent the screenshot. I wasn't able to share. I don't know why, but I just want you to know that I did put it out there. And God's willing, I will see you. And again, I appreciate all that you do. Also, I have a cousin. He works for it's like plumbing and people that work on the bridges in towns, and he also say he listened to you. So I want you to know you are reaching out to people everywhere.
I appreciate it, sis. I appreciate you sharing the content, and I hope to see you August 19th at Sugar Hill.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
All right, thanks for calling in.
Yes, sir. 12 p.m.
All right, yes. Thank you.
You take care, and I wish you the best.
Thank you, sis.
Blessings.
Appreciate it. All right. Let me bring that up real quick. We having an all hands on deck meeting at Sugar Hill Restaurant. We had plenty of meetings there. They have some good breakfast. My favorite is fish and grits. If anybody want to get me fish and grits, I'll be happy. Y'all give me some fish and grits. But yeah, the place will be Sugar Hill Restaurant, 217 Nostrand Avenue. August 19th, 12 p.m. sharp. Not 12:05, not 12:30, not 1 o'clock. Please try to be there on time. All hands on deck. That's what we doing there. Make sure y'all there on time. Where I was at. Let me get back to my was I talking about my yeah, their smoke screens? I was talking about their smoke screens. Their smoke screens. Talking about, yeah, We won the lawsuit. Nah, it's just a postponement. That's what they doing. That's what they listen. If your guys want to call in, you can call in live 563-999-3714. That's 563-999-3714. Make sure to like and share. Let me get to the next screenshot. I'm telling you, they was on the road, man. They was on the road. Look at this tomfoolery. Look at this. This is another tweet, trying to gaslight us, attempting to gaslight us. Local 100 supports Starbucks workers in downtown Brooklyn, informing customers of Starbucks mistreatment of workers who are seeking fairness and organizing to have a voice in the workplace. Now, I find that to be pretty crazy. They they say Starbucks don't allow workers to organize in the workplace, right? The union don't either. You go to a bus depot, they trying to strong arm you, trying to get you kicked out, being wild aggressive, right? They I mean, if you really know what's going on, you would definitely laugh at this. The mistreatment of workers. Is everything, maybe it's me. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments. Y'all call it. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Are we being treated right here in MTA? Like they going to fight other people's fights. But this is clown world. This is bizarre. This is bizarre land. This is bizarro land. Like I don't get it. I don't get it. Is the MTA fair? You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Everything peaches and cream over here. You literally, let me hit the horn button again. Is everything, I mean, and they do this with impunity. They do this knowing that nobody's gonna call them a liar. They do this knowing that nobody's gonna hold them accountable. Because I ain't gonna lie, and I said this on plenty of shows before, when I first came to the MTA, and let me know if y'all share these sentiments. When I first came to the MTA, I thought I was part of a kick behind union. I thought that MTA really meant ATM. I thought that this was the best place in the world to work as a city. I thought about, damn, I'm going to be a conductor. I love the fact that I'm going to be in Coney Island 1 hour and be on 96th Street the next hour, or be in Queens, or be in the Bronx. I thought that this was the best job to have in the city. Boy, was I wrong. Was I wrong? And a lot of people think that. That's why the passengers, they like to get at us and they say, oh, I pay your salary, or this, and they have disdain for us because they think that we got it made. They think that we got it made. And we don't. And the MTA executives, they out there and they be lighting that fire to make the passengers think that we got it made. Because you want to know why? Every time around our contract, what the MTA like to do? Oh, we got to raise the fares because we got to pay the MTA workers. You think passengers would be happy saying that, damn, we getting bad service? They blame us for the bad service when we don't make the schedules. We don't decide when buses or trains. We don't go out. We don't decide the headways. We don't do any of that stuff, right? We just operate the equipment. And the passengers be mad at the first thing they see with the MTA logo. While the people who make these headways, who drop these trips, who create these runs and these schedules, they're in offices. They don't see the public. They wear regular clothes. while we getting our behinds kicked out there, right? This is who we work for, and this is the union that we got supposed to be allegedly fighting against this. But the insanity is top notch between Local 100 and the MTA, right? It's. I mean, look at the screenshot. You would think that everything was all roses over here for us. And I never seen a whole bunch of people every time they look at their social media, right? Every time that they do a rally or a show, I never seen so many happy people fighting for rights. I never seen so many smiles and grins at a rally talking about mistreatment of workers, fighting for workers' rights, and things of that nature. Where did they learn to fight? Where did they learn this at? My boy David said people who make up the headways ain't even from New York. He may be right. Most of the transit bosses who make up these policies and tell us what to do never were transit workers. But that is the insanity that we live in. This is what it is, people. This is what it is. And it's sad and it's crazy. It's sad and it's crazy, but this is what it is. While I got y'all attention, I need y'all, if you didn't join the channel yet, please join the channel. 99 cents for a month. I don't even know. How much is that a day? I don't know. 99 cents a month to join the channel. You could donate right here. You could donate via $ Progressive Action 100. Like and share the channel. We got to share out these videos. We got to put people on to this information. And I always challenge anyone. If you feel that I'm lying or I'm leading members astray, I'm not telling the truth, I got an active phone line. Any union rep could call in, identify themselves, and say, Tramel, let's have a discussion on this information that you're giving out because it's not correct. I tell y'all all the time, the reason why they duck and avoid Progressive Action, and that's any member of Progressive Action. It's not only me. That's any member of the team. They avoid us because they know that we know the truth. See, one thing that oppresses, right? Because the union, they are oppressive too. They don't like Progressive Action, not because we call them out. It's because we educate the members. And when you educate someone, you allow them to take those shackles off. You allow them to loosen up those strings. You allow people to start thinking critically. There's a reason why Local 100 paused the shop steward classes for almost 5 years now. What happened to the shop steward classes? Right? What happened to the shop steward classes? But guess what? The members don't even care that the shop steward classes have disappeared. Most members don't even know what a shop steward is. And then not to mention, this is the only union that I know that don't utilize their shop stewards. This is the only union that I know that does not do that. Right? Sometimes they worse than the MTA. Sometimes you don't even know who you're dealing with, the MTA or the union at times. And like I said, not everybody, not every officer, even though I make it seem like that, like every officer is bad or they sell out. I'm gonna tell you this, and I said this last time too. A lot of these officers, yeah, they may be nice, they cool. Some of them do their jobs that I know of. I'm talking about to a T. I ain't talking about casually. I'm talking about to a T. None of them is willing to tell the truth online. None of them is about saying that, what the union doing is wrong and things of that nature. Right? So that's the issue that I have with a lot of reps. They are afraid to call out the leadership and hold the leadership accountable. There's absolutely no accountability with the leadership. Let me know, besides dissidents, besides union reps who's not a part or fully part of the go along, get along gang. Why don't they hold their peers accountable? Right? The union reps don't even hold themselves accountable, their peers accountable. You mean to tell me that, and I used this analogy earlier in the show, I love my mother to death. I love her to death. I don't agree with everything my mother did in life. Right? And I love her to death. You mean to tell me that these union reps agree with each other and don't hold each other accountable because they just so agreeable with everything? And we see this type of corruption on the e-board. We see it. The e-board vote in the block, and it's all based off of their release time. There needs to be a motion put forth that say no e-board member can have release time. Because the minute that you go against the leadership of Local 100 on the e-board, that's what the first thing they go do. They go pull your release time. So if we take away release time altogether from the e-board, I believe that we will have a more reputable e-board. Another thing where I don't understand, I think that the union e-board meetings should be open to the members. I think it should be done MTA style. I think that members should be able to come up to the e-board meeting, and the e-board meeting need to be open for X amount of time, maybe like 2 hours, and they should hear from members who have something to say. Because that's a way that we can hold people directly accountable. They can't use that plausible deniability. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, this or that. E-board meetings should be open to the members. You know what I mean? Somebody said the audio is chopping up. I don't know why. But e-board member needs to be held accountable. I think that we have a major issue when it comes to the e-board here in Local 100. We have to do better. We have to do better all across the board, people. We have to do better all across the board. This place is insane. This place is definitely insane. If you got something to say, 563. Look, don't be shy. Don't be shy. You can call in, speak your piece. If you got something to say, something is on your mind, you want to ask me a question, this is the time to do it. This is the time. You can call in live. Don't be shy. This is a platform for us. There's no stupid questions. If you don't know and I got the answer, I'm going to give it to you. There's no stupid questions. Do not be afraid to call in. 563-999-3714. A lot of transit workers got a lot of things to say. Whenever I see a transit worker, they have something to say. I know that you guys got something to say. There's nothing wrong. Call in and say what you have to say. That's how we educate each other. You may ask a question that may be on somebody else's mind, which means that your question helps somebody else out. You got a question about the contract. Tremel, where do I get the contract from? Where do I get the bylaws from? Where do I get the Constitution? What does this mean? How can I do this? Who's accountable for this? How can we hold politicians accountable? Where the union spend our COPE money? What is COPE? What is the PAC committee? Whatever question you may have, I can answer it, or someone from my team can answer it. We've been doing this for years. We understand what the plight is here at Local 100, and we not here to come down on anyone. We just want members to get involved. The time is now. The time is not tomorrow. The time is not a week from now. The time is not when you come from vacation. The time is not when January 1st hit. The time is now. You want to know why? Because the people who's trying to take everything away from us understand that their time is now. And they're planning for 5 years down the line. So right now, as we speak, we are playing behind the 8 ball. We are behind the 8 ball right now. And having weak, defunct, sellout leadership is not helping us. Is not beneficial to us. We are on a perpetual wheel of taking losses that the union is trying to sell as victories. You look at this whole entire contract that just got ratified. The wages below inflation. The MTA was smart enough to get the union to agree to Medicare Advantage inside the contract. The significance of that is if the MTA tried to get that enacted through law, you could fight that. But when you agree to something in the contract, a binding contract is powerful than legislation. Did you guys know that? If your union leadership agree to it, that becomes binding and it's more powerful than law. The union would tell you that that was a victory. If you do your research, that was a L. We took a L. Our whole contract was a L. Oh, we got more paternity and maternity leave and women got X amount of days now. They basically stripped paid family leave in exchange for that. Those two things need to be together. We needed paid family leave. Not everybody is at the age where they want to have children or continue their family, right? And those numbers are so low. Those numbers are so low that it shouldn't really affect anything. But the union allowed the MTA to strip paid family leave for a super watered down version of something else that's needed, but we did not have, if this union was strong, we did not have to strip paid family leave for that. That's a fact. Because people is at the age where you get a certain age and your parents still alive, they get sick. How you gonna take care of them? That's what paid family leave was. So we do not have strong representation here in Local 100. We don't have honest representation in Local 100. Their whole entire goal is to fool us, is to trick us, is to deceive us. Optical illusions. And everybody is in on the trick. Every officer. You want to know why? Because you don't hear nothing from them. They don't make videos. All the officers was out there selling this contract, but none of them won't call in on the show to discuss the contract to say how bad it was. Every single last one was out there selling the contract, and they can't have a conversation with me discussing inflation and cost of living. Nothing. We didn't even get nothing regarding discipline this contract when discipline is through the roof. Y'all notice that? Y'all okay with that? Y'all okay with that? Let me get back to this real quick. We are having our all hands on deck meeting. Sugar Hill Restaurant, 217 Ocean Avenue. August 19th, that's this month at 12 p.m. sharp. All hands on deck. And I want to be clear on this. I want to be clear on this because a lot of people don't understand. These meetings are not only for people who have plans on running next election, right? This is not for everybody is not meant to run. I understand that. Some people may want to hand out flyers. Some people may want to help with events, setting up events or whatever the case is. We things about to start happening out in the field, right? Everybody has a role to play. The one role that you do not have to play is not doing nothing, period. So when you come to Sugar Hill, I'm going to ask you guys, where do you see yourself? What role do you see yourself playing in this union? You may say, hey, I just want to help with rallies. You may say, hey, I want to be vice president of a department. I may want to do this. I may want to do that. I may just want to, if you having a rally, I may just want to be behind you to give you support, no matter what it is. Everyone got a role to play in this thing. There's no bystanders. There's nobody in the bleachers or sitting courtside. When you're a union member, you are in the game. You have a role to play. That's it. You have a role to play. And starting at the all hands on deck meeting, and like I said, I don't understand why people ask me this too. This is not an RTO event, which means that this is not exclusive to RTO. This is for every department. Every single department. If you want to bring your kids to the all hands on deck, you got children or whatever, you could bring them too. We got to start letting our children see the things that we go through to inspire them because they are the future. But there's no bystanders. There's nobody sitting courtside. Everybody is on the field, in the game, playing a role. The only role that you are not playing is not doing anything. That's that. That's that. Once again, if you like what we're saying on this channel, please like and subscribe to the channel. Like and subscribe to the channel. It costs you nothing. If you want to join the channel, it's 99 cents a month. If you want to donate to the platform right there, you could donate via Cash App, $ Progressive Action 100. Please share out these videos. Please spread the word. Put these videos in your chat group. Support our channel. Let's get the information out there and let's be the change that we want to see. I'll catch you guys later.